So you want to make neo soul beats, but you don't really know what you're doing. I think I could help you fake it till you make it. What's good, y'all? I'm Trent Kipps, and as always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, tapping in, and especially for locking in. So off rip, there's a couple things that you could do to help you get in that neo soul ballpark. You might not be on the field. You might not be in the bullpen. You might not even be in the stands, but you might be in the parking lot tailgating. Yeah, you might be doing that. Switch your time signature from 4/4 timing to 3/4 timing. What that's gonna sound like, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's gonna sound like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Automatically, you about 50% there. That 3/4 timing is just, there's something sexy about it, man. It's like that fine shit, tight. It's that yeah, tight. You can see it up right here in Ableton. And I fell right here. On your project settings, switch this from 4/4 to 3/4. We'll talk a little bit about sound selection. Kind of want to use live sounding instruments. If you got addictive drums, or if you got some samples from jazz records, like bro, don't use a rack kick in a neo soul beat. Now, I know it's no rules, but damn, that's gonna be a rule. You wanna use like softer snares, like a rim shot or a snap. The last thing you wanna think about is your chords. You want sophisticated sounding chords. Now, that doesn't mean you want a complicated chord progression. You just want your chords to be elevated. And to me, those are really the pillars of building a solid neo soul track. Now, full disclaimer, I don't think this is like 100% truly neo soul, but it's got enough elements that if you get like a soulful singer on it, it could pass for some neo soul type shit. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You see the groove there, right? Like, you see what I'm trying to do? Now, I just got cued at the end and did something different, but you could keep it plain Jane and just hit on the ones on your triple count. Now, next up is the kick. It should have some presence, but it shouldn't be overpowering. You should have some air in it. Again, it's no rules, but these are things that I commonly see or hear in neo soul songs. Boom. You can hear that the kick got some air in it. It's still powerful and beefy, but it's got that top end. You know what I mean? From here on out, you can really get as creative as you want. Again, you kind of want to stick to live sounding kits. You don't want to use these trap style percussion elements, or do what you want, bruh. It's your beat. But I'm trying to help you fake it, so maybe you should. I mean, listen to a thing or two. From here, I just started adding hi-hats, open hats, filling out the beat really. And I'm very mindful of the space. Like, that's huge. Yeah, I didn't mention this earlier, but space, man. Like, you gotta let it breathe. Find pockets of just silence, and then come right back on them. And when you get back to them, it'll be super impactful. So let's finish out the drum groove here. So I'm looking about like 6 instruments. I added a triangle and a shaker. Each instrument has its own little groove going, its own little pocket. And when you put them all together, they do this nice little dance. And again, it's not complicated. So you should be able to do this. Now, for the first piece of instrumentation, started with sky keys. I used this layered sine preset. Yeah. You can see I'm cutting it off. As soon as it's done. That's a cool progression though. You know we gonna break it down, baby. Be patient, baby. So yeah, this first chord got me fucked up. I'm looking at this like a C sharp minor 7, but I also have a raised 6th here. That would actually mean we're in the key of B major. So this is really C sharp Dorian. A sharp fully diminished. G sharp minor 11. We stick on that G sharp minor. Then we go to this A dominant 7 with a flat 9. So it might sound complicated, but it's really two chords I'm focusing on here, a C sharp minor and a G sharp minor. And then I'm using the diminished chord to go between each of them. It's something y'all probably see me do 1,000 times here. Stick to what you know. If you know minor chords and you know minor seventh chords, just use that. You don't have to get this complex right now. Next, I added a bass. I wanted a live sounding bass, so I used this Ample Bass P2 Lite. Whoa. It sounds a little different, don't it? I'm gonna show y'all what I did, some freak shit. Pause. So on this bass, I actually have a wah pedal going. I'm using this preset from Guitar Rig. It just makes it sound unique and different and cool. I always talk about adding ear candy, and to me this is one of those places where it doesn't have to be extra instruments. It can be with the instruments you're already using, but the way you process them can be that ear candy. So when you hear it with the chords, and you see that space, I'm still honoring the space that's in the track. And then next I added this synth. This is a sound I sampled from FL Studio using the Flex plugin. You could think of this like a starter or a phrase. And it's just repeating the phrase. And I went into Essential Keyboard Collection, added electric piano, probably just for shits and giggles. Ooh, for that top end. Very pretty. And it's the same chords, but I'm voicing it different, putting it in a different register. I wanted to add some movement in addition to the phrase that I got going, so I opened up Purity, found a little time piano thing. And you could see how this could be used specifically for like a pre-hook or a transition, right? It feels like it's building up to something. Yeah. Now the final touch is an actual live instrument here. I played some guitar parts using my electric. I just wanted to support what's already happening. I'm arpeggiating the chords and then filling in the spaces. Yeah. Fire. That's really all it takes. You just got to be very intentional about your sound selection, where you place instruments, and the instruments you choose. Put it in 3/4 timing, and you 80% there, bro. Let me know if you still got any questions, and I got you. Once again, I'm Trenton Gibbs, and as always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, tapping in, and especially for locking in. Let's run a little bit of this, man. That bass line is crazy. Say nothing too elaborate. Like really 12, 13 tracks. It's bouncy though. Woo. And that bass is just too crazy. A little piece of arrangement tricks, you know. And you can see this. It's building up. You can tell it's moving. We're going somewhere. Yes, sir. Now, obviously, we're coming to the hook. We bring everything back in. That's all it takes, y'all. Hopefully that helps. As always, appreciate y'all for tapping in. See y'all soon. Bye. Mike was good today, wasn't he? Everybody proud of you, man.